Most people grow up believing that wealth is something you are either born into or lucky enough to stumble upon. It feels like some people just get the right opportunities, the right environment, or the right connections at the right time. But if you look closely at reality, that belief does not hold up. There are countless examples of people who inherited wealth and lost it, and just as many who started with nothing and built everything from the scratch. The difference is not the luck, it's not the background, it's patterns. Wealth is built through habits, daily actions that seem small, almost insignificant in the moment, but become powerful over the time. Every single day, you are making decisions that shape your future. When you choose to learn instead of scroll, when you invest instead of spend impulsively, when you act instead of delay, you are casting votes for the life you want. These votes compound slowly, silently, and consistently. The danger is that most people are not aware of these patterns. Their habits feel normal, so they never question them. But normal does not mean effective. Awareness is the starting point of change because once you truly see the habits shaping your life, you gain the power to change them. One of the clearest differences between those who struggle financially and those who build wealth is how they think about time. Most people focus on immediate results. They want quick rewards, fast outcomes, and instant gratification. But this mindset creates a cycle where short term comfort leads to long term stress. Wealthy individuals operate differently. They think beyond today, they think in years, sometimes even decades. They are willing to delay gratification because they understand the power of compounding. Instead of asking, "What will I get right now?" they ask, "What will this become over the time?" That single shift in thinking changes everything. It changes how you spend money, how you invest time, and how you approach opportunities. Short term thinking keeps you busy, constantly chasing results that don't last. Long term thinking builds systems that continue to grow even when you are not actively working on them. And over time, those systems create stability, freedom, and wealth. In a world that is constantly evolving, the ability to learn is no longer optional, it's essential. Industries change, technology advances, and skills that were valuable yesterday can become irrelevant tomorrow. The people who succeed are not necessarily the smartest, they are the ones who adapt to the fastest. Continuous learning is a defining habit of successful individuals. They are always seeking to improve their understanding, expand their knowledge, and refine their skills. They read regularly, observe carefully, and learn not just from their own experiences but from others as well. However, learning is not just about consuming information, it's about applying it. Many people fall into the trap of gathering knowledge without using it. They watch, read, and listen, but never act. True learning happens when knowledge is put into the practice. That's when it transforms from information to the results. Earning money is important, but managing money is what determines whether you build wealth or remain stuck. Many people increase their income over time, yet their financial situation does not improve. This happens because their habits around money don't change. Wealthy individuals approach money with intention. They don't spend based on impulse or emotion. Instead, they allocate their resources carefully. They save consistently, invest strategically, and remain aware of their expenses. Every financial decision is aligned with a larger goal. Money for them is not just something to spend, it's a tool to create more opportunities. When managed wisely, money begins to work for you. It generates returns, builds assets, and provide security. But when managed poorly, it creates stress, dependency, and the limitations. There is a common misconception that successful people are reckless risk takers. In reality, they are thoughtful and strategic. They don't take risk blindly, they take calculated risk. They evaluate situations, consider possible outcomes, and prepare themselves before making a move. At the same time, they understand that avoiding risk altogether is not a safe strategy. Staying in your comfort zone might feel secure, but it often leads to stagnation. Growth requires stepping into uncertainty. It requires taking action even when the outcome is not guaranteed. The key is not to eliminate the risk, but to manage it, to take informed steps forward, learn from the results, and adjust accordingly. This ability to act despite uncertainty is what separates those who grow from those who remain stuck. Time is one of the most valuable resources you have, yet it is often treated as if it is unlimited. People waste hours on distractions, delay important tasks, and underestimate the impact of how they spend their time. But time, once gone, cannot be recovered. Successful individuals recognize this. They treat time with the respect. They prioritize tasks that create meaningful progress and avoid activities that offer little value. They understand that where their time goes, their life follows. Time discipline is not about being busy, it's about being intentional. It's about focusing on what truly matters and eliminating what does not. Over time, this creates a significant advantage as consistent focus leads to consistent results. Success is not determined solely by external factors, it is heavily influenced by the mindset. Challenges, failures, and setbacks are inevitable, but how you respond to them defines your path. A strong mindset allows individuals to see failure as a learning opportunity rather than a final outcome. It helps them stay resilient in difficult situations and maintain focus on their goals. Instead of being discouraged by the obstacles, they use them as stepping stones. Mindset shapes perception, and perception shapes the action. When you believe growth is possible, you act differently. You take chances, persist longer, and remain open to the improvement. Over time, this mindset becomes a powerful driver of the success. No one succeeds entirely on their own. The people you surround yourself with influence your thoughts, decisions, and opportunities. A strong network provides support, insights, and access to new possibilities. Successful individuals are intentional about their relationships. They seek out people who challenge them, inspire them, and encourage them. They understand that being in the right environment can accelerate progress. Networking is not just about connecting with others, it's about building meaningful relationships, it's about learning, sharing, and growing together. Over time, these connections become valuable assets that contribute to the success. Relying on a single source of income can be risky. If that source is disrupted, financial stability is immediately affected. This is why many successful individuals focus on creating multiple income streams. They explore different ways to generate income through investments, side businesses, or passive sources. This diversification provides security and opens up opportunities for the growth. Multiple income streams are not built overnight. They require planning, effort, and consistency. But over time, they create a more stable and flexible financial foundation. Motivation can be powerful, but it is also temporary. It comes and goes, often influenced by the emotions and external circumstances. Relying solely on motivation can lead to inconsistency. Consistency, on the other hand, creates results. It is built on discipline and commitment rather than the feelings. Successful individuals focus on showing up regularly, regardless of how they feel. Small actions repeated daily leads to significant outcomes over time. It's not about making big moves occasionally, it's about making steady progress consistently. Ideas, plans, and knowledge are important, but they have no value without action. Many people spend time thinking, planning, and preparing, but hesitate when it comes to the execution. Successful individuals prioritize action. They understand that clarity comes from doing, not just thinking. They take steps forward, learn from the results, and adjust as needed. Action creates momentum. It turns ideas into reality and opens the door to new opportunities. Without it, even the best plans remain unrealized. At its core, success is not built on extraordinary actions, but on consistent habits. These habits may seem simple, but they require discipline, awareness, and commitment. Over time, they shape your decisions, your mindset, and your results. The question is not whether these habits work, the question is whether you are willing to practice them consistently, because in the end your habits define your future.